The principles of Sikhi, what we're talking about is actually the implementation of it on the ground.
As Sikhs, this is the meaty-peaty side of it, and this is the reality of it. You had the two callers right at the beginning who were giving politically correct answers. The reality is, as you said on Twitter, which I don't really get involved in, but as I do see it now and then, yes, we do have a distrust. I have a distrust because we know the truth that Islam says that their path is the only way and everybody else is wrong, and we need to convert as many people as possible. It goes on in universities. Fact. It's simple as that. We don't want to convert people. We say if you want to be a Muslim, be a good Muslim, Hindu, Christian, etc. This isn't rhetoric. These aren't politically sound bites.
But Don, I've got loads of Muslim friends. I've got Sikh friends. Not once has one of my Muslim friends tried to convert me. Not once have they said to me, you know what, Nihal, you're a Buddhist, you're going to hell. Not once have any of them said it. And they're practicing. They're practicing. Okay. No. Wait a minute. It starts with interpersonal relationships. It starts with us thinking to ourselves, look, and I'm not saying for a minute that there aren't Muslims that want to convert. There aren't Muslims that feel that I am going to hell, because there are Muslims who feel exactly like that. So I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to whitewash it and make out that everything's rosy out there. It's not. But we have to be very careful about saying all Muslims think this. And all.
I didn't say all. I'm saying based on what you see in the media, your own personal experiences, collectively, that, as you know, Islam is about converting people, as indeed there are factions within Christianity. That's their goal, to convert people. Sikhs do not. We haven't got that on our agenda.
Okay, so what's going to bring you guys together? Because ultimately,
what's going to bring us together? I'll tell you. When you had Sadiq Khan, who's a candidate who's running for the mayor, all right, if he turns around and says, you know what, everyone has their own path in pursuit of happiness, one of the words of the Constitution of America, or their own sexuality, or their own enlightenment, when he accepts that there are different paths to the same goal, I'll vote for him. But in the meantime, I have a distrust because I know he's just going to promote the interests of Muslims. That's what's in my mind, a lot of Sikhs' minds. It's not the politically correct thing to say, but that distrust exists based on history and what's happening now. And I was actually on a positive when Gohar said, Assalamu alaikum, Sasrikal, first time on your show, and I'm an avid listener, and I tried to resist to phone in, but sometimes I have to, because all I heard was politically correct answers at the beginning. The reality of it is the distrust exists there between Sikhs and Muslims until Muslims or all religions come together, not just Sikhs and Muslims, and say, you know what, ours is a path, but the other person's truth also exists. We respect that.
Don, you can't. Wait a minute. You can't ask them to rewrite. Are you actually saying rewrite the Quran? Otherwise, we're not going to stand by you and fight prejudice.
Christianity had a reformation.
No. I'm asking you.
I'm telling you.
You're saying. So you're saying they have to rewrite the Quran.
I'll give you the answer.
No, wait a minute. You're saying you have to rewrite the Quran, and if you don't rewrite the Quran, we're not going to help you out.
I'm asking you, and here's my answer. Please let me finish on this one, Nihal. It's not about rewriting the Quran, because people say, well, you can't do that because you turn around, Christianity has been written so many times, the Bible has been written so many times. What I'm saying is, have leaders who turn around and say, you know what, all these 109 verses plus that says kill anyone who doesn't believe in Islam, kill people who convert from Islam, stone women for adultery or even committing rape. Change those and say, you know what, we respect the Quran, yes, all those definition of who is innocent. If you kill one innocent, you kill all humanity. Write down the definition of innocent. And
okay, so wait a minute.
Anyone who has their own path.
You are so basically what you're saying is, here's a list of preconditions before I, as a Sikh, will stand side by side with you and fight prejudice. That's what you're saying.
Not list, just one. Just one precondition. Do Muslims accept others people's rights to exist, and their definition of innocent is all humanity?
How many more Muslims do you need to...
You won't let me finish.
All right.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, Don.
Mohammed, listen, what you just said there is absolutely true. We need to focus on the good rather than the bad. We need to make it current. We need to stop letting Saudi rich states, Wahhabis, etc., put in certain things in the Quran that are brainwashing the youngsters to have hatred.
I agree with that,
Mohammed, can I just ask you one thing now on live TV, national TV, yeah? I'm a Sikh. My children are Muslim. My son is a Muslim. A priest told him that your grandmother, who he loves, is going straight to hell because she is not, by definition, a Muslim. What is your answer? Is my mother... his grandmother, who, just take my word for it, is a good person, is she, according to you as a Muslim, going to hell or heaven?
No, that should.
Where's she going?
Unfortunately, that's ignorance again, Don.
So she's going to heaven based on her actions, and even an atheist, in my opinion, if he enters and there's a pearly gates and someone there with a beard who goes, surprise, surprise, you're not part of the nitrogen cycle, but you've lived a good life, here are your good things, bad things, whichever metaphor you want to use, scales, but you've lived a good life, surprise, surprise, you're going to heaven, whatever definition that is.
You're taking up too much time not talking about stuff which is relevant to this.
Connected, and he, as a Muslim, has denounced that Muslim priest who brainwashed my son to think that his mother is going straight to hell because she's not a Muslim. I could connect with those Muslims.
Mohammed.
Can I just say something?
Go on.
Don, see, where this is going wrong is when they say that a Muslim enters the gates of heaven, and if they're not Muslim, then they will not get through. Okay? Now, what that actually means, but people sometimes do not understand it. What the word Musulman means is a good person, as you say. Now, a good person does not need to be a follower of Islam. He could be a follower of Sikh,
any religion,
Hinduism, but he is a good person. He is a good person.
Well done.
A good person will go through the gates. That is what is taught in Islam. But unfortunately, with ignorance, they take the word Muslim. If you are not a Muslim, you are not going through that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well done. And I'll clean that area like I do for my son so he can do his wuzu and he can pray. And as a Sikh, I promote my son being a good Muslim. And we need more Muslims like you who've just said. And it's the first time ever on this show it's ever happened that I've had a Muslim like you actually say what you've just said. Well done. There's hope for us all.
All right, Don, Mohammed, thank you very much indeed for that.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.